All right, so guess I'm gonna go ahead and do this. See if I can do it in a way that I can keep this wire out of the shot. That's gonna be tricky, but essentially, oh, I got an idea. Essentially, what I want to do here is just kind of show my process. This is me creating this lead generation system from scratch, essentially. Um, Let me transition over this new version. Yep, there we go. So now you can see my face. It looks something like that. Kind of an interesting look. I don't know. I might change it later, but for now, this is what we're doing. Okay. So I'm gonna walk through basically my lead generation. Um, right now I'm reactivating some emails, past emails. So I'm using Smart Lead. Smart Lead is a pretty strong tool that I found for sending out emails. And I don't even know if I'm gonna use this audio. I might switch it up and just upload, chat through what I'm doing later. Okay, so those are all going. What I did is I created a list through Built With. Built With is pretty interesting. Um, Kind of a cool look. I do have a call today at 1:30 to talk about some things. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm basically looking for people who are using different tools on their website in order to then reach out to them and see if they are interested in the type of work that I'm doing. Um, so I'm not going to do this because I don't want emails going to that account. I've got some daily, I've got some email warm up that I need to do. Let's see if I can bulk update the warm up idea. Yep. I want to make it active. Total number per day should be like 30, something like that. Reply rate 30. Okay, so custom warm up identifier tag. This is for my filtering, so my inbox will get really, really messy if I don't set this up. So let me just show you guys that process. Looks something like this. Um, so I've already done it. I'm just gonna mint to magic is the one, mint dash magic. So let's just do that. Enable the ratio. This. Bulk update, daily ramp up increments per day, suggested 5. That's fine. 30%. Okay, let's see if it does what it's supposed to. Okay, it does. Yes. And then I've got, as you can see here, I've got some 200, 150, 150. I'm actually going to get rid of this. This is my personal email, and I don't necessarily want to use that. Fix your leads has some issues. Reconnect. I guess I forgot to reconnect this one. Okay, I'm having a problem with the authentication. Hmm. I might have to blur this thing out. Um, let's see, what is fix your leads? I'm not 100% sure I know what the password is for this one, but we'll take a look real quick. Fix your leads. It isn't one of these. Um, hmm, don't worry, I'm gonna blur all this stuff out that I need to. So there's that. Go ahead and log in. Namespace has been pretty easy for me. I like using, it says alert blocked. So let's see what's going on here. Something's up with my email, clearly. Um, these all have like private. Okay, so this says locked. Why is it locked? Let's see why it's locked. Has been blocked due to suspicious activity. Um, okay, so let me reach out to support and try to see what happened here. Um, I've been going back and forth with their legal and abuse, whatever. Pretty frustrating. Okay, so it says I have a grace period of 6 hours. Okay, please reinstate, fix your leads. I have made the changes per request. Okay, let me just take a look here. Okay, yeah, it's too light. So I'm gonna have to, you guys are gonna have to excuse me while I figure out how to make it so that you can see my face easily. Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I just don't care, bro. Okay, so let's make this, oops. Mm, all right, cool. So yep, that's what's happening there. I'm not really sure why that happened that way, but we'll sit and wait um for them to get back to me, and I'll just move forward with some of the next things I'm going to be doing here. Okay, cool. So there's that. Um, maybe it's because I didn't put the right email here. I think that just happened because I logged into LastPass. That happens. Yeah, it's not even gonna let me log in because it doesn't exist right now. That's fine. Um, Let me connect and make sure that all of these are going good. So you can see they show paused right now. These are the campaigns I'm currently running. Focused on Hyros container and then people who um, have expressed interest in server side. So that's what we're doing right now. I do have a new email sequence that I want to try out. So maybe I'll just spend some time today putting that together and then I'll choose a list later. This is really frustrating. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. I really haven't been able to tell much as far as rhyme or reason behind how that's acting, but I got accounts. I can pause this one for now. And then I'll use these other ones. They got a reputation still. It's fine. Save and next. And then let's say resume and see what happens. And it's going to ask me for fix your leads. There's 170 different accounts that are associated here. And I'll fix it eventually. I got to wait for them to um, get back to me and we'll do it. My main thing at this point is to make sure I don't get suspended a third time. It's pretty frustrating. So now we're active here and we're paused on these others. So let me reactivate this campaign. Basically, it boils down to going here, making sure everything's in use, um, and then scheduling out the campaign and pushing it live. So save next and then resume, which is fine for me. Just kind of trying to get through. Okay, so my microphone is charging. I wonder if this is showing. It's not. Okay. So I'm in Slack right now and you guys cannot see it, which is fine, but also I don't like how my face looks right now. So let me, it says screen. I don't know what that means, but interesting nonetheless. All right, so I like this idea of y'all being able to see my face while I'm working on this stuff. I think it could be cool. It's just going to depend, I guess. I'll just keep experimenting until we get a good one. Okay. So now this is active. This is another campaign. They're going to ask me about fix your leads here. No, actually not, but that's fine. So I can move forward with that. I want to show you guys how I create campaigns. So we're going to start one from scratch. I'm not going to do any leads right now. We're just going to do sequences. And I have some pre-made sequences. So they kind of look like this. Let me see if I can find it. What's that guy's name? Christian. He hit me with the quick question subject line, which isn't my favorite, but you know, one thing you will learn um, from this work, or at least one thing that I've learned from this work, is that it doesn't really matter what I think. And what matters the most is that I'm able to let go of a need to be right and kind of just lean deeper into the idea that if I get a chance, I don't know how that went down like that. That was weird. If I get a chance, I can just you know, work with the right people and get the right result. So this isn't going to work the way I want it to. Okay, no biggie. What's another tab? Okay, so from here to here. All right, so here's everything. And then I got subject lines, I've got email scripts. I'm just gonna go, man, I can't type today. Okay, and then there's a variant. So that's why it says email 1B is we're doing the same exact thing and we're just kind of testing which one does well. And this is what he suggested. And I paid good money for this, so I might as well use it. And again, humbling myself to a point to where it's like I don't know what the right answer is as far as what I should be using and how it should look and all that good stuff. But I felt like it was important to just be able to step away from needing to control this piece of the process because I'm not the expert here. So what's really interesting in business is I've learned that I can be a pro at certain parts, but I don't necessarily have to be a pro at everything. And being able to just let go of the parts you're not a pro at. I don't know what they want me to do for subject line, but we'll see here. But being able to let go of the parts that don't really matter if I'm the pro or not is is liberating. So, anyways, this tool is pretty dope though. I'm pretty much an instant fan, but okay. Right, this is B, right? Yeah, 3B. And then 4 is 5 days later, and it's this emoji. So 4 days. Let me make sure I count this. This is 5 days on the fourth, 3 days on the third. So 4 days, 3 days, and then we're gonna go 5. And just the emoji. Don't know how I feel about that, but hey, testing means you have to wait. And then last email is this one. It says checking in, dot, dot, dot. Let me make sure this isn't a B. No, it's not. Oh, that looks like that. And this is after 21-day wait time. So it's kind of like a last call situation. Okay, cool. So subject lines is what I'm looking for. So let's go back through it. Quick question, nada. Actually, we have company name and my company name and then intro. So that's for 1C. Just got to make sure I can use these variables. Company name, X. Well, actually, it's going to be different because the signature um, will be different. So that could be kind of tricky here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to actually pull this off. Let's see here. The signature is this yeah, that could be interesting. Um Type signature to interest your emails, count signatures where you want it, or it'll add at the end. So if I go like this, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'll just do this for now. So these are all like entities that are controlled by blue highlighted text, but not necessarily um, matching. I wonder why my face changed like that. Yikes. Yeah, this is visually not as dope as I wanted it to be, but hey, let me try something. You guys want to watch me experiment? It's not that. We'll do it that way for now, and then see what else I have that I have access to here. I don't know what any of this stuff does, but I'm about to start just typing shit. I'm using OBS. I'm just kind of trying to learn and make sense of it. But okay, I'll look all this shit up later. Okay, so okay, so there's that. This isn't the most ideal situation, but we're gonna roll with it. The second one is quick question as well. Yep. And then part D is quick question. Email 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask him. So I'll put this at the beginning. I'm not even gonna ask him because I already know what he's gonna do. He's just gonna be like, "Yeah, try it." That's how this stuff works. You can add them triple well to boost your Facebook ad conversion by 20%. Might if I share a quick video explaining how to set it up inside your account. We'll just roll with it there. I'm not gonna do 50%. I don't know why you picked that number. This is the thing, man. There's like this, it borders on sensationalism whenever they're selling things. That's why I don't like sales as much. I'm not really a big fan because it does feel dishonest isn't the right word because that's a little too harsh, but I would say it's like right there on the edge of that type of behavior. And for me, I want to be a person who's great at what I do, but also has integrity around what I'm claiming I can do. There's no reason, yeah, I might get 20%, 50% more leads depending on who I'm working with, but I'm not going to go around claiming that I can get that much for everybody because there might be a guy who's actually got a setup that's really clean and well done, you know. And in those cases, there's really no reason um, for me to make claims around, hey, you're not doing it right. Let me do it and get this huge number for you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out triple well. Triple well is just like a tool people are using for conversion tracking. And my job is to implement the different tools, talk about the different tools, things that I like to specialize in, and I'll make it match up with the list. So this list is going to go out to people who already have a triple will account based on this. So this is all live triple will accounts. Ignore this, and then you're going to see that I have 17,000 here, right? So if I go to the export section, oops, so I already have one export, but let me, if I go here, you'll be able to see it. Let's see if this is, if I'm showing up okay on here. Okay, cool. So if I go here and I look around and I say, okay, this is triple well right here, and this is all sites, I can extract. I don't know why they give it to you in a zip file, but I'm just working with it. And then this is going to ask me if I want to extract to drive, which I do. And then I'm going to open it as well. And now I just have to change the name of it. I'm going to open it with Google Sheets. And I have to get this enriched. Um, I always feel like triple has two P's. Is it triple? Triples with two P's or one P? I'm good with numbers. Words, not as much. One P. Just looks weird. Okay, so here's this. I got some root domains. I got some phone numbers, a couple of programmatic emails, and you can go through the list here, all the way down to 17,000. Pretty cool. But now my job is to share this and say anybody who has the link can use it. Well, I'm not going to do that, but actually, I don't even have to do any of that. I can just copy the link and then shoot it over. So I have people on Slack that I'm working with right now, and meet your skills by adding first name, emails to this list. Okay, so I'm pretty much running a test where I'm telling them what I want, um, and kind of keeping it the same for everybody. by enriching this list. And then I'm going to ask him to verify his email. Okay, so there's that. So you can see this list. Essentially, based on the tool, this is everybody who's using it. So it's powerful stuff, right? Now my job is to, from that, find people that I can reach at the organization and go from there. Okay. So that job is all but done, but now there's a second thing that I need to do where it um triple well um configuration. So I can do it that way. Are you struggling complexities? I can show you how to properly set it up, helping your ads perform better. Okay. Small tweak to your triple well account. So this is how this is going to go basically is I can just play around with this. So one thing you should notice, there's variations here. So if I don't change the subject line, there's a yellow pop-up earlier about this. If I don't change the subject line, it'll say, it'll reply the same thread, leads response, else add your subject line and create a new thread. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use the previous subject line on that email with its variants, and then I'm going to reuse what I just wrote here. So this is the following email. So this is the third email. So one email, but there's ABCDE variation, and then there's two email, and then there's two variations, and there's three email, three variations. Now four email and five. So four is just this detective looking thing. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh no, we just died. Okay. That's why you keep out extra batteries, folks. Wait me a second here. Come on, man. But probably not going to be able to use most of what I'm recording here. But I'll be thankful for what I do get to keep and use. Bro, come on, man. There it goes. Oh, all right. All right, cool. I'm gonna leave it empty, you know, that's kind of mm, yeah, why not? Let's try it. See how it goes. Checking in. This is the last one. Hey, would now be a better time to uh, add that. Hey, I have a strategy you can implement. Triple well. Let's keep it all case sensitive. Boost here in about 20%. Whatever. And in combination with. So the hard thing about this is you get these emails that are kind of canned and they're designed to work because the copy and their expertise is the messaging. My job is to, as a professional, make sure that the messaging makes sense and matches what I'm actually going to be doing for the client. I'm really digging this setup as far as visually goes. So, okay, we've got this. I'm going to save these changes. Okay, so this says that we are, okay, let's do this. Ooh, I'm glad I caught this. Okay, so there's that. It doesn't really involve triple well. They want it to say that, but it's really not. It's not relevant in this case. So, okay, we've saved this. All these are on. This is ready to go. Now, my job is to take this. Let's fix the text. So, um, usually you want to do a larger text. Oh, it's not working. Okay, let's do this. I wish I could set this as a default. I don't really know how to do that yet, but let's do it this way. Old school. Emails are easier to read. Um, Nobody wants to get that email that's like a big block of text and you're sitting here fighting to stay awake, especially if you're not the type of person who finds this stuff interesting. My job here is to make data more approachable, easier to work with the professionals that are in this world. So I wonder if this is going to actually Yeah, I tried. This dude just sent a single emoji. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to add one more, a variant, and it's going to be my emojis. So I use Cookie Ninja emoji, and there's that. So we're going to save that change. Um, that's pretty much how I'm trying to brand myself with this. And then if I go save next, they're going to ask me for some email setup. I have not put a list to this just yet, which is fine. Um, my guy that I just hit up here should be cleaning this list on Slack. So I'll deal with that a little bit later. Fix your leads is broken, so we can go fix your tracking. GTM container. Don't want to use that one. Let's use first party data, and we'll use all these. So there's that. And then I'll schedule the campaign. Y'all know how I get down. Maybe you don't. I run campaigns all day and most nights, all the way to 11 o'clock. And I'll run it every 5 minutes. Max amount of new leads reached each day is going to be 200. And we'll keep it rocking that way. So Chicago time frames for on the time frame that's appropriate for me. So let's do this. I'm gonna save next. It's not time to start the campaign though. I just need to make sure everything's good. I'm not sure. I'll just start Monday just in case. So there's that schedule. There's no um there's no list. So it's not really gonna matter a whole lot. Let's go triple well. And then if I go back here, you're gonna see this campaign is ready to go. This high roast campaign is paused. I've got yeah. So what I've kind of learned here through the trials and tribulations of running this is you got to be careful. You got to be careful about how many people you have in each campaign. So this one's got I got more than 2,000 leads here, but yeah. So I paused. I want to say around 15th or so. Um, and yeah, this is kind of what I've got going on. 17,000 messages that went out. Um, some of them bounced, a lot of them unsubscribed, that type of thing. Pretty good um, metrics overall. If I, had to consider that. But then I'm looking for any situations that Might look a little messy. So I'm gonna unpause this guy, and then I'm gonna pause that one that I just showed you. I started this in January, man. It was a big campaign. And, to be fair, I didn't know what I was doing, so of course you're going to, yeah, I don't know about the subsequence. I'll deal with that later. But essentially now I have this triple well copy. I can call this Hyros. Um, and then my job is to kind of go through here and change. I can use JustWorks. So one of my old clients. I'll just talk to that about that. Interested. Hyros. I wish I had like the ability to create a variable that I could just quickly sub out. I don't think they're gonna let me like create a custom variable though, so just gotta deal with it. So we'll do that. I feel more confident making these claims on Hyros because I'm more familiar with it and use it a lot more. Um, a lot of these tools are all the same though, man. It's like you've done one, you've done them all. Um, but for me, I'm still way more comfortable with certain things. So that's going to reflect in the message as well. That. It's pretty dope though because I could actually create a domain that has the word Hyros in it. Um, Not that I won't get smacked for doing that, but if I had one that said like, I don't know, Hyros tracking or something. Let's take a look. It's fun, man. You got to remember, well, you don't have to remember, but maybe um, started in Black Hat. Hyros tracking help, not a bad idea. Hyros configuration, not a bad idea. Hyros data. You see what I'm saying? So it obviously I could end up buying a lot of domains here. Um, Probably don't really want to do that, but I could even go something like this. Um, Probably not. I'm just trying to get people's attention, and sometimes that's the play. Tracking configuration. You know, Something like this is going to be super um, useful. Tracking setup, tracking.com. Better, better tracking, fix tracking, fix your hyros. Yeah, so um, this is the route. This is kind of what it looks like. This is how I've done it a million times. You know, is you kind of combine these different skill sets, man, and you end up somewhere interesting. So my job now is to be able to use all these different skills between, um, knowing the ins and outs of DMARC, DKIM, email warm up, email deliverability, what that takes and what it really means. Um, Let me check this real quick. Hold on. Okay. Um, everything that that means, as well as, goodness gracious, my battery's getting pulverized right now. This is crazy. Give me a second. Hold on. Switch out the big gun. All right, let's do this instead. Okay. So you kind of create this combination of things between email deliverability, um, data. So being able to pull the data or scrape the data, plus enrich it, um, and then having a skill or service to offer directly to a person that you know what their tech stack looks like, what their problem looks like. Um, for me, I think that's going to be the piece that unlocks this for me. So I was really inspired to really go hard on cold outreach this year because my business kind of slowed down, and I was dependent upon one really big client to pretty much fund the entire organization, which is a rookie mistake, I admit, but I did well, and it was my first time having a big client. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I was paying close attention to every little thing and trying to learn every single lesson. Um, because I wanted more of those clients and I wanted to learn and glean any of the lessons I needed to as a business person from dealing with that client. Luckily, I was able to, stick around for a while after lots of different changes in management and cuts and things of that nature. So it wasn't a complete loss. And plus, whenever they uh, moved on, they used it as a opportunity to create um, essentially a department to take over my responsibilities that I was doing on my own, which is dope and flattering. It seemed like a situation where they uh, didn't move on because of anything I was doing performance wise. It was price related. So there's that. 50-minute pixel properly tracks conversions just recently. Let's fix up and generate extra. ROAS. Let's go ROAS. Zero ads. But yeah, man, it's the fun thing about business is it is a cool game when things are going well. It's absolutely intoxicating. When things go bad or when things change, not even bad, just change from what you're used to, it's an opportunity to figure out and reflect and see what's next. You know, um, do you want to do it differently or are you going to give up? You know, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. So here's this. I already have a decent high roast list. Um, Go ahead and schedule the campaign and just say, all right, we already did that part. We already did that part. Yeah, so it's basically a clone of the other situation. So I could just save this and schedule it. Okay, so at this point, my job is to do this again. So we just keep duplicating and we're using um, different ones each time. So I have, let's look at them real quick. I got Hyros, I got Thrivecart plus GTM. I've got a Shopify and Hyros combo list. I've got Hyros and GTM list, Hyros and ClickFunnels list. So let's do it that way. I'm gonna go Thrivecart real quick and we'll create this and then we'll call it good. I also could go, could be interesting to do Thrivecart plus high level. That's a combo list. Let me show that real quick, actually. You guys already seen lots of those. So Thrivecart using Hyros, using GTM. So if I click on this and I don't necessarily want to refresh because I want to try to do like apples to apples on all this. So if I go export and then I create a custom export, um, it should look a lot like this joint. I just did this yesterday. As far as the export template, which allows me to choose all this stuff. Um, Advanced filter. So then I can go, I want Thrivecart plus, what did I say? High level. Currently using high level, and then I can add that to the filter, right? So I can add a combination of other things as well, but I'm just gonna do that for now. And then let's create that report. And then I can go all triple L, all Zapier. Um, I don't think I did high rose plus high level. That would be interesting to know. So let's try that real quick. Custom report. See, you know what's interesting is I was like probably a lot of people very guarded um around what I was giving out and um you know that type of thing. But then I learned how much nuance is involved in this world and it's going to be very rare that somebody else is going to have the exact same use case as me and combination of things. And if they do, and they're just copying me, and they don't already have the skill, then it's not going to matter. So there's that. I wonder if this is a thing. Shopify Plus with um, high level. I don't know if people would combine those things, but maybe they might. Let's see. Let's go here, then advanced, and then let's go high level again. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So if you're using Shopify and high level, then that's a weird combo, but you know, not here to judge. I'm here to just put it together. So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go advanced filter. Let's go here. Let's add that. Then let's create another one using high level. Boom. So there we are. All right. So I got a couple here. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys this process is I can just click on this and I've already created it, but now I have to download it. If I don't download it, um, it's not gonna really matter. So what I was doing with those previous ones is generating the report, but uh, there we go. Or not generating the report, but creating the um, yeah, well, I guess I was creating the report, but not exporting it. So now I'm exporting everything. I got to come back to this. So we'll wait. But yeah, so I throw all these into a sheet that will ultimately look like this. And then I have to hand this off to a team that's going to enrich it using like 5 different tools that I have access to now. And then and only then we move forward to doing the rest. So here's this. Yes, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Company name, Hyros of so we're going to be using these are all Thrivecart users. I think it's Thrivecart plus GTM. Let's look. Yeah. So I'm going to Thrivecart's a straightforward tool. It's kind of like ClickFunnels, WordPress, those types of things. My job is to highlight the complex tool and position myself as an expert. So in this case, they're using GTM on Thrivecart. I'm going to call out GTM and probably server side as well. So let's it would be interesting to know if any of these people are using server side. So I might be able to go find that out real quick. Yep. Not sure what this is going to look like, but it could be interesting. See if we can open it up. No results. All right. Oh, there's that. Let's see if I got if I can capture server side plus or high roast plus server side. Let's try this one. One of these will probably have it. And that's what I like about this game and this world is sometimes this the nuance can bury you, but there's also the rare situations where it's the nuance is the superpower, like being able to call out There's only two people using two people that you can see from this list, right? So it's not like, yeah. So then let's do this. I got a better idea. Since that is super specific, let's go um, technology report, and then I can go GTM like this, server side, and there's 4,000 people. 1,400 of them are in the US that are currently using it. So that's kind of cool. And so I could go US list first, and then I'm just gonna be able to add that to, I have a list already called server side. Um, but yeah, I can basically, this is a very targeted list of people who are using GTM and you can see it and I can speak to that. So since this list is, I can go GTM like that. Yep, let's go that way. To boost your Facebook conversions, 20%. GTM with the complexities, GTM again. I guess I could do like the whole find and replace, but I'm rereading this stuff and just trying to uh yeah, trying to play with it. So GTM there, then this is emojis, and then this last part is GTM. Yep. All right, cool. So there's that. Can focus on GTM here. What's kind of cool also is I can use that same exact sequence, um, copy the whole thing, and use it for the people who have server side set up, right? So that list that I just showed you, I could do it that way. And I actually plan on doing that. This is next Monday. All these are launching next Monday. This is going to be a blockbuster event. All right. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to duplicate one more time. All right, cool. So since I wrote it a certain way, the only real difference between these campaigns will be the lead list. Everything else is going to be, you know, the exact same, which is kind of dope. Makes my life a lot easier. And so there we are. I'm not going to send any emails on Sunday. I could, but maybe I'll change my mind. just got done reading a book or listening to an audiobook about slow productivity. Cal Newport, big fan of Cal Newport's work. So, and he had a section where he was mentioning, you know, boundaries around your time with your family and stuff like that. Or maybe no, that example was from Essentialism. It's one of the classics I'm going back and reading or listening to. Okay, anyways, so we've got this. I got Hyros, I got Thrivecart, I got that new GTM list. I can make a Shopify plus Hyros, um, and use the same exact language from the Hyros email, right? Because it's another tool, but Hyros is the technical tool, right? So now I can do that. Hyros and GTM probably CH or CF. So I don't really need to create new campaigns. I just need to upload these lists. So just for shits and giggles, we got 626 here. Um, a high roast list. I got 3,000 here, and then I got 5,000 here. So we got about, let's just call it 10K worth of um, high roast focus um, people that I need to reach out to on a list, and we'll get them going. So there's that. I think that's enough for right now. Um, this is an old Hyros campaign. I'm gonna keep running that one. It is pretty interesting. I'm about 5% through on on almost 1,000 people. So yeah. So that means I don't know if that means that's how many contacts there's gonna be, or if that just means yeah, I got hella sequence here. There's a lot going on in the sequence, actually. Maybe that's what it is. It's gonna take a while. Okay, cool. So that's it for today. I'm just going to call it good there, and we'll talk more about other things soon. But today was all about cold. I do have there's a secondary market for Gmail workspaces, so I'm gonna play around with that. I think it's like $3 per, and that's a way for me to um, get more emails into the Smart Lead tool. So then let's just imagine that I have like 50 different emails I'm sending from. I'm going to be able to do some damage. You know, each person only sends out one email. That's 50 emails a day going out. Right now, I've got about 1,000 a day going out. So you can see how I can scale it and also keep it fairly, um, the activity not too crazy for each. So I have limits. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but let me just show you. But I have limits on each email account because I don't want, the provider to get too suspicious here. So there's only 150 emails that are going to go out every day for each one of these. And that's for a reason. I got in trouble because of the queue last time. This time, the goal is to have a cleaner list. So the new thing that I need to solve for moving forward is the cleanliness of the list. So getting a list, enriching it with new emails, and then going and checking that list to see how clean it is, and that all those will receive emails, and then uploading it. So there's another step in between, but that's how this works whenever you're building a system. You only got to get it right once, and once it's right, I should be able to get a hold of people, reach people with my service, and this is very, very, very top of funnel, but at some point it's going to be you start here and then you print money. um, it's not that simple, but it's something to be able to get more at bats with the flick of a button. All right, that's all I got. Y'all have a good one. Peace.